Hello and welcome to the fifth 6 weeks curriculum preview for 8th grade. Our focus this 6 weeks is on expository, persuasive, and procedural text, writing a persuasive essay, and then research. So this 6 weeks we only have 2 new strands to introduce, which are the research standards and the persuasive essay. So we're going to really focus on those in our instruction, but the majority of the standards this 6 weeks are repeats. So strand 10 focused on expository, especially we're going to look at 10B, and this was introduced in the fourth 6 weeks. Strand 11 was persuasive text, and it was introduced in the fourth 6 weeks. And strand 12 was introduced in the fourth 6 weeks on procedural text. We also have 17C, which is response to literature. Since we know that there are no longer open-ended responses limited to 10 lines, we really want to be looking at responses and responding to literature in ways that develop those analytical skills and the use of text evidence. But we no longer have to limit students to specific constraints that make them maybe be a little more stilted in nature. So we want kids to be able to write freely in response to literature with text evidence. We also have 19A, which is adverbial and adjectival phrases and clauses, which is also a repeat. As always, we have to remember that our Figure 19 skills overlay with each individual standard. Skills can't be taught in isolation from our metacognitive processes. And then also remember that really our 8th grade curriculum is a K through 8 curriculum because our standards call for continuous application of previously taught skills. When we look at our 9th grade EOC test in grammar, there is not one question that is a 9th grade question. They are all previously taught skills. So we have to really own our grade level and make sure that we're mastering every standard that we're required to teach. When we pair our standards, again, we have to remember that our responses to literature contain solid text evidence. We can tie this to research in the idea that we cite what we say. So when you give text evidence, it's the same thing as using a research citation. Research also pairs very well with writing a persuasive essay. You could have students research a topic and then persuade you to think one way. But then also think, are there other writings that could be persuasive instead of an essay? Could they do a brochure? Could they do a multimedia presentation? Does it have to be a paper? Our standards don't say that it does. So just think about ways that you can combine persuasion and research together. Resources that you have are the Texas Gateway. This is written by TEA for Texas standards. You can search by grade and content, so you could look at specific resources for persuasive writing, and it had like 10 lessons that you could use. You could pick and choose which ones do you need. Are students having a problem with the thesis? Then you could maybe use that lesson. Are they having problems with finding evidence? You would use that lesson. But the lessons can be used in a variety of groupings as well, so you can use them with individuals, whole group, small group, pairs, partners. Use it at home, use it at school. It's just a really good resource for you to use. These are also some other research resources. Our students seem to have a hard time with citing, so here's a good lesson on citation from Read, Write, Think, which is the National Council of Teachers of English website repository, lesson plan repository, and also a lesson on note taking. Sometimes our students are very overwhelmed with how to take notes effectively and efficiently, and they write everything down. So you end up getting a research paper or a project that is basically a copied whatever because they don't know how to take notes. And so this is a good way to get started on that process. There's also other resources at readwritethink.org that you might want to check out based on what your students need. As always, I'm here to help you. Just let me know what you need. Have a great day.